So welcome back friends. This is the continuation of your set of linear equations which we have started in the previous class. In the last class we have seen how to solve your linear equations, and the procedure or the method which we used was elimination method. Okay. So using elimination method we have solved one problem. Today we will try to understand the next important procedure, that is how to solve your set of system of equations using triangular method. See here friends, this is a new type of method which we will be trying to touch upon today. So what actually is this triangular method? See, triangular, the name itself is telling you, that is it is nothing but one second. Okay. So the triangular method is nothing but you should form your equation, or you should write your equation in the form of a triangle. It could be a triangle, could be something like this, or we can also write our equation something like this, that is inverse triangle. That means, what is the meaning of this? The equation, say for example I have the three equations something like this, okay, and there are how many coefficients now? There are three coefficients, that is x1, x2 and x3. Okay. Now we should write our equations in such a manner that the equation which is having all the three coefficients, that is written at the top. And say for example I have some 5 equations, all such equations are written like this. Then there comes an equation wherein we have only 2 coefficients. You can observe here we have only 2 coefficients, that will be written at the bottom. And I have one more equation wherein I have only one coefficient, Then the equations when we solve, or when we try to solve, they must be solved in a triangular pattern like this. That is, we should make a note that we should try to write your whole equations something like this. That is, the equation which has all the coefficients present will be written at the top here, and the equations when the coefficients goes on reducing, that will be written at the bottom. Okay. So this is what is the meaning of your triangular method. Now let us try to take the example here, the same example we have taken, that is the first equation we have is x1 minus 2x2 plus x3 is equal to 0. The second equation is 2x2, please don't consider this square here, it is 2x2 minus 8x3 is equal to 8. The third equation is minus 4x1 plus 5x2 plus 9x3 is equal to minus 9. Okay. So we will be solving this set of equations, this system of equations using triangular method, with the help of the triangular method. That means what now? Either you rearrange them in such a fashion that you get this triangular form, or you solve them equations in such a way that you are using the triangular method. So what we have done here now, first we will be operating with your equation number 1, say this is equation number 1, and your equation number 3, say this is your equation number 3. Okay. That means what now? First we will try to eliminate one term from these equations wherein we have all the coefficients. We want to eliminate one of the terms. Thereby it becomes easy for us to deal with that new equation wherein we have already eliminated one of the coefficients, say for example x1, then what remains? There remains only 2 coefficients, your x2 and x3 in both in one of the equation. Then say for example x3 we have done that operation, then what we can do? Then x3 along with your x2 we can operate. So this triangular method is very helpful and it acts like a shortcut. It becomes very easy for us to solve. Okay. So let us see how this is solved now. Fine. So that means what now? We are taking your x1, equation number 1 and equation number 3. So what we want to do now? I want to eliminate this x1. So we need to think that how I can eliminate this x1. So see here friends, we are going to solve for equation number 3. That means what is our base rule? What is the key point which we need to keep in mind? We can change only one equation at one time, but we can take the help of the other equation. So which equations help we are taking? We are taking the help of your equation number 1. Okay. So that means what now? We are planning with equation 3 and equation 1, and we would want to change equation 1 and not equation, sorry, we would want to change equation 3 and not equation 1. Okay, so that means here we have minus 4x1. I want to eliminate this minus 4x1. How we can eliminate? I need to multiply 4 with this equation 1. So that means when I multiply 4 with this equation, what do I get here? 4x1. After multiplying, if I add these two equations, then what would happen? This plus 4 and this minus 4, they would get eliminated. Okay, so when you multiply, this becomes 4x1 minus this 2 into 4, what you get? You get here 8x2. Okay, here we have 1, so 1 into 4 is nothing but what you get here? 4x3. That means the new equation which you have is here, 4x1 minus 8x2 plus 4x3. The constant side, the RHS side, you have a 0. So when you multiply 4 with 0, the answer is 0 itself. So no need to worry here, right? This is added with your equation number 3. Equation number 3. Equation number 3 is what now? Minus 4x1 plus 5x2 plus 9x3. So when you add these two equations, you can find out that x1 is getting cancelled. Okay, what remains? 8 minus 5, we will get here minus 3. 9 minus 4, what you get here? 13x3. And 0 plus 9, you will get here minus 9. So that means what we have done, friends, we have successfully eliminated one of the coefficients. Which is that coefficient? That is x1. We have successfully eliminated this x1. So the remaining terms are what now? x2 and x3. So this is our new equation number 3. This is our new equation number 3. Remember, equation 1 remains unchanged. This equation remains unchanged. That means whatever we have here, the same equation we will be using, which is nothing but x1 minus 2x2 plus x3. So using which we will write our matrix now, augmented matrix. So what is the coefficient of x1? 1. Here we have 1. Coefficient of x2 minus 2. Coefficient of x3 1, and coefficient and the constant is what now? 0. Right. Coming to the equation number 2, we have not changed, we have not worked with equation number 2, so it would remain the same, which is first coefficient is 0, next you have 2 minus 8 and 8. Coming to equation number 3, we have to write our new equation, not this old equation, new equation which we have here. This is our new equation, which is nothing but there is no x1 term. We have eliminated the x1 term. See here. So what we have now? We have minus 3. Okay. Next we have plus 13 and minus 9. Okay. Now, still friends, we are unable to get any of the terms. We are unable to get any of the terms. We need to do further operations, right? So that further operations has to be done here now. What is that next operation now? The next operation is we will be dividing equation 2 by 2. We will be dividing equation 2 by 2. So because here it is very simple that we can easily remove the common terms. We can easily remove the common terms. See here, no other equation is giving us that opportunity to remove the common terms. Only equation 2 is giving us that opportunity. So therefore, when we divide it by 2, what that means? What we are removing 2 common. So 2 is removed common. What remains? 1. Here again it is divided by 2, so it becomes minus 4. Here also it is divided by 2, so it becomes plus 4. The rest all things will be as it is. Okay. So let me take you back here. After that, we will be doing an operation which is x2 minus 4x3. Okay. So x2 minus 4x3 is nothing but x2 minus 4x3. We will be doing here. See here, x2. Here we have x3. So this is our x2. So once you do that, what you will be getting now? The answer you will be getting is 4. Fine. Next, what we will be doing now? We will be multiplying your equation 2 with 3 plus equation 3. We will be adding equation 3. So equation 2, when you multiply with 3, what we will be getting here? It is nothing but 3x2 minus 4 3s are 12x3. See here, minus 12x3 plus 4 3s are 12. And coming to the next equation, it is as it is. Minus 3, 13 and minus 9. That is minus 3, 13 and minus 9. When you add them, what is happening? This plus term and minus term would get cancelled. Okay. So this is minus 12 and plus 13, which is nothing but plus 1. So therefore you will be getting here x3, and minus 9 plus 12, here you will be getting 3. So that means the new value of your x3 is 3. So finally we have achieved, or we have found our one of the coefficients, which is x3. Okay. So that means your x3 is 3, right? Now similarly we can find our x2. See here, we'll just directly take our equation number 2. We'll just directly take our equation number 2, right? So this is our equation number 2. So here what is there? We will be just substituting the value of x3. What is the value of x3? 3. So 4 3s are, what you get here? 12. So x2 will be kept as it is. So 12 plus 4 will be taking that minus 12. We have a minus 12 here. That minus 12 will be taking on the RHS. So 4 plus 12, the answer you will be getting is 16. So that means the value of x2 is what now? 16. So we have got our x3, we have got our x2. What remains, friends? Only x1. So directly we can get x1 with the help of your x3 and x2. So x3 is 3, use the value of 3. x2 is 16, so 2 into 16 is 32. So 32 minus 3 is what now? 29. So therefore the answers you are getting is what now? x1 is 29, x2 is 16 and x3 is 3. x3 is 3. So I hope this method is easy. When you compare with your elimination method, the answers are same. Please concentrate. The answers are same, 29, 16 and 3. Here also the answer we have got is 29, 16 and 3. Both the answers are same. Okay. So either usually they mention what method has to be used. If they don't mention what method you need to use, straight away use your triangular method, which is quite easy, which is quite simple. Okay. The meaning of triangular method is nothing but, as I explained just now, the equation with all the coefficients present will be solved first, and we will be trying to eliminate one of the coefficients. Once that is done, you will be solving that solved equation with the equation which is having one coefficient already less. Like in our example, what we did, we took 1 and 3, we solved them, we removed your x1. Okay. Thereby, after removing x1, we got an equation wherein we were having only two coefficients, that is x2 and x3, and we already have an equation wherein we have only two coefficients. Then perform with those two equations. Thereby, you will be getting one of the values. Once you get one of the value, like in our case we have got x3, thereby you can easily find your other values by substitution, using the help of taking the help of the substitutions. Okay. So let us try to see one more example. So please concentrate here. Determine if the following system is consistent. Determine if the following system is consistent. So what is consistency? I have told you already. Please refer the previous video wherein I have explained our system of equations has three set of solutions, which are what? No solution and single solution, and the third one is multiple solutions. Okay. When we call it consistent, if it is having either one solution or if it is having multiple solutions, right? So let me take you back there in case you have forgotten. See here, a system of linear equations is said to be consistent if it has either one solution or if it has many solutions. Okay. So that is what we will be trying to check now, whether our system of equations which is there have been given already, is it consistent or not. That means, is it having one solution or is it having no solution, or is it having one solution or many solution or no solution. Let us check it now. First, let us write the augmented matrix. You already know what is augmented matrix. It is a matrix which consists of both coefficients as well as constants. Okay. So just we have written the above equations in the form of the matrix. So you can see here the first coefficient here in the first equation is 0. There is no x1. So therefore 0, 1 and minus 4. Here we have 8 at the constant side. Next equation we have 2, minus 3 and 2, 1. You can observe here it is from this equation, that is 2 for x1, minus 3 for x2 and 2 for x3, and 1 is constant. Similarly, the third equation, which is 5x1 minus 8x2 plus 7x3. So 5 as it is, minus 8, 7 and 1. Okay. Now, the new thing which we will be trying to do now, we will be not writing the corresponding equations at the side here now. We will just deal with our matrices. We already know these are nothing but these are equations. If we write it in the form of the coefficients, they become equations. Okay. Now, that is the first thing, the first change. The next change is we can change our rows. Like say for example, I can say I can interchange my rows. So in this case we have interchanged row 1 and row 2. That means what now? In the place of row 1 I am writing row 2, in the place of row 2 I am writing row 1. So why we are doing this? Because this helps us to understand the operations very easily. So you can observe here 2 minus 3, 2 and 1 is row 2, which we have written in the place of row 1, 2 minus 3, 2, 1, and 0, 1 minus 4, 8, which is placed in the place of row 1, it is written in the place of row 2. Okay. Next, the procedure is again the same. We would like to eliminate the values, we would like to remove the values, and we would like to get the values for our coefficients. Now how it could be done? It could be done by any way. It could be done by any way. Here I have used this operation. You can use your own operation and eliminate. Okay. So that could be done. So first thing is what now? We will try to eliminate this x1. We'll try to eliminate the x1, so that we'll move ahead to eliminate your x2, and finally we'll be getting the value of x3. Okay. So let us try to eliminate this x1 of your equation number 3. Okay. You can eliminate the x1 of equation 1, your choice, it is left to you, or you can go ahead with the same procedure which I am doing here. Okay. So if I want to eliminate, I should take the help of any of the equations, use your triangular method. That is, this is my first equation wherein we have all the coefficients present. This is my another equation wherein we have all the coefficients present. So we will operate with these two equations. So that means what now? I need to eliminate this. So simply what you need to do now, here I want a 5 by, here I want a 5, here I want a 5, and this 5, that is whatever the 5 I have here, that should be subtracted. Let me take the board for more clarity. Okay, sorry. One second. Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, so we have interchanged the rows. I hope till there it is clear. We have interchanged our rows. Next thing is what now? After interchanging, what is the next thing? We want to simplify it. How it could be simplified? That is what we were discussing here. So R1, I want what now? I want to eliminate this plus 5. How I could do here? I want a minus 5 here. Instead, in the place of 2, in the place of 2, I want a minus 5. That means what now? I should want a, I would be requiring a minus 5. How I can achieve a minus 5 there? But because there is already a 2, because already we have a 2 there, we have a 2 there. Okay. That means what now? I need to eliminate this 2. So therefore what I will do? I will divide this by minus 5 by 2. So this 2, whatever is there, and this 2 which is already available, they will get cancelled. And what is the answer I will be getting? Minus 5. Therefore, what is the operation we have chosen? We have chosen R1 into minus 5 by 2. Minus is very important, friends, because we will be adding the equations. Okay. So R1 into minus 5 by 2, right? That means the whole equation, R1 equation, is multiplied by minus 5 by 2. Okay. So that is done. Next, plus R3, we will be adding with your R3, which is equal to R3. So once you simplify, you can see here the R3 has been eliminated. Sorry, in equation 3, R1 has been eliminated. Okay. So you will be getting this equation. Next, you will be multiplying R2 with R2 plus R3 into 2. Why R2 plus R3 into 2? Very simple, friends. R1 has X1 has been eliminated. Recall your triangular method. Once one coefficient has been already eliminated, so you can make use of these two equations, right? So just multiply your R3 with 2, R3 with 2. So what you will get? 2 into minus 1 by 2, 0, right? Next, 2 into 2. So here again you are multiplying with 2. So therefore again you will be getting here a 0. Finally, minus 3 by 2 into 2. Again you will be getting here what now? It is 5. Okay. So finally you can see here 0 is equal to 5, it has become 0 is equal to 5. So once it becomes 0 is equal to 5, is 0 equal to 5? No, it is not true. So that means what now? The system of equations is inconsistent. Why? Because there is no solution. There is no solution for this system of equations. Okay. So you can follow any other method, no issues. Just you should try to confirm that the answer will be same. The answer will be same any method you apply. Okay. Next. The next equation, the next problem we have is, let us try to understand this problem now. The augmented matrix of a linear system has been transformed by row operations, okay, into the form below. Determine if the system is consistent. So they have directly given you the augmented matrix. So this is our augmented matrix of what? Of a linear system. It is of a linear system, okay, and it has been already transformed by row operations. They have done some row operations and they have changed the matrix, and that matrix has been given here. Very simple, friends. They have given everything to us. They have given everything to us. Just we need to find whether the system is consistent or no. See here, friends. If you observe this matrix, you can clearly see that the last row is having only one value. That means what now? It is 5x3 is equal to 0. No need to find any values. They are already given you. Okay. That means what is the value of x3? 0. See, this is different. This is different. The coefficient is itself 0 here. That means what now? 0 is equal to 5. But here it is different. The coefficient is 5. That means what now? 5x3 is equal to 0. Therefore, the value of x3 is what now? 0. Right. There what it was? 0 was equal to 5. Can 0 be any time equal to 5? No. Okay. Next. 4x2 is equal to minus 7x3, which is equal to 2, right, from your equation 2 or from your row number 2. So we already have your x3 value. What is the x3 value? 0. The x3 value is 0. So just substitute that x3 value. What will be getting? 4x2 is equal to 2. Thereby, after simplification, the value of x2 is half. Next. We have our other equations here, that is x1 plus 5x2 plus 2x3 is equal to minus 6. Which is this equation, friends? This is your equation number 1. That is row number 1. So you already have your x2 value, you already have your x3 value, just substitute those values. So x2 value is half, 5 into 1 by 2, x3 value is 0, so it is 0, right. So that means what is our x1 value? Just take this plus 5 by 2 to the other hand side on your RHS. Okay, that means x1 is equal to minus 6, which we have already on the RHS, and minus 5 by 2. Thereby the answer we will be getting is minus 17 by 2. That is the value of your x1. That means what now, friends? We have got the value of x1, we have got the value of x2, we also got the value of x3. That means we have a solution. We have a solution. When we have a solution, and what is the meaning of that? When we have a solution, it means that the system is a consistent system. What did it happen here? What did it happen here? We were having constant is equal to another constant, which is not true. That means we are not having a solution. Therefore, this system, what it became? It became a inconsistent system. But what happened here? We have got a set of solutions. Therefore, we call it as a unique, and it is unique, and it is unique. So therefore, we call it as a what? Consistent system. Okay. Next thing, we'll go ahead with the next thing. So next problem. See here. E is 3, 4, minus 2, a solution to the following system. So still easy problem, a very easy problem here, friends. That what they are given now? They already given you the answer. They already given you the answer saying that this is your answer. Just check, is this the answer to this set of equations? They have given you the equations. They have given you the answer. Just you need to make sure that these are the solutions for these set of equations. Okay. So let us see now how it could be done. First, as usual, we will be writing our augmented matrix. See here, it is nothing but 5 minus 1, 2, 7, 5 minus 1, 2 and 7. The first line, which is first row from the first equation. Next, minus 2, 6 and 9. See here, minus 2, 6 and 9, 0. Next, minus 7, 5, minus 3. So minus 7, 5, minus 3, which is equal to minus 7. Okay. Now again, we will be using our triangular method. We will be using our triangular method. We will just substitute the values which they have given us. Very simple. What are the values we have given us now? x1 is equal to 3, x2 is equal to 4 and x3 is equal to minus 2. Just substitute that values. So here we have 5 into 3, which is 15, right? Then we have x2 only, that's why with what we are getting here, minus 4. Next we have 2 into x3, that is 2 into minus 2, which is minus 4. So 15 minus 8 is what now? 7. Satisfied. The first equation is satisfied. Next we'll check for the second equation. So minus 2, what is the value of x1? 3, which is minus 6. Plus 6x2, what is the value of x2? 4. So 6 4s are, we'll be getting here 24. Plus 9x3, what is the value of x3? Minus 3. So 9 into minus 2, we are getting minus 18. Okay. Next. So that means what now? You just simplify it. Will it be equal to 0? We need to check, right? So that means what now? Minus 6 minus 18 is minus 24, right? Minus 18 minus 6 is minus 24. When you add with plus 24, the answer you are getting is 0. That means this is satisfied. Next. Let us try for the last equation now. So minus 7x1. So 7 3s are, what we will get here? 21. Plus 5x2. 5 4s are, what we will be getting? 20. Minus 3x3, which is minus 3 minus 2, which is plus 6. Okay. So when you add this, minus 21 and plus 20, we will be getting here minus 1. Here you already have a 6, which is equal to what now? 5. But what is the constant here in our equation? It is minus 7. So is minus 7 equal to plus 5? No. So therefore this is not satisfied. So that means what now? What should be the answer now? Even though our first two equations are satisfied, the last equation is not satisfied. So therefore 3, 4 and minus 2 is not a solution for this system. Remember friends, we are speaking of system and not a single equation. A system is what now? A set of linear equations. So therefore it is not a solution for the system. Okay. Next one, the last one. So see here, for what values of h and k is the following system consistent? That means we need to find the values of h and k in such a manner that it should become a consistent. What is consistent? It should have solutions. Solution or solutions. That is one solution or many solutions. So let us write the augmented matrix. Very simple. Very small equations. Okay. So 2 minus 1 is equal to h. So 2 minus 1 is the coefficient here, which is equal to h. So minus 6 plus 3 is equal to k. So minus 6 plus 3 is equal to k. Okay. So the first operation, we should eliminate the terms as usual. Okay. So R2 is equal to R2 plus 3R1. Let us do this operation now. The second R2 is this equation. So R2 will keep as it is. We will do 3R1. Okay. So 3 into 2 is what now? 6. This is minus 3 and this is 3h. And we will be adding them. So minus 6 and plus 6, the answer we will be getting is 0. This plus 3 and minus 3, the answer you will be getting is 0. And 3h plus k, you will be getting k plus 3h. Okay. So what we have now? K plus 3h is equal to 0. Right. So k plus 3h is equal to 0. Why 0? Because you can see here x3 term is 0. That means if our k plus 3h is a non-zero, the system has no solution. That is, the system is consistent for any value of k and h that make k plus 3h is equal to 0. Okay. So this is how a small mistake here. This should be not be 2, this should be 3. So what we are trying to do here friends, it is nothing but we need to find our values of k and h in such a way that the RHS must be equal to 0. Like say for example, any values which you can iterate and find out. So those values, if you find out, those are the values which will tell us that it is a consistent equation. Okay, very simple, right? So I hope this is clear, the system of equations, all the how to solve using your elimination method, how to solve using your triangular method, how to solve if they have already given the values, solution set, and check whether they are consistent, whether they are satisfying or no. Okay. So all these things have to be taken care. So if you have please, my suggestion would be note down, try to solve, pause the video, note down, try to solve, pause the video, note down, try to solve. That would be the better method to understand these concepts. Okay. If you have any doubts even after seeing the videos, please contact me. I'll try to help you. Thank you.